there's one I definitely want to do, and I'll tell you, here it is. I'll tell you the one I 100% want to redo.
Hector,
right.
what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Comic-Con 2025. Hey, Peter! What's up?
In the middle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You were the two dudes with attitude at Comic-Con.
Two dudes with attitude.
Right?
Two dudes.
Two
dudes with attitude.
Middle-aged men with attitude.
That doesn't sound as cool. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Achy joints.
Achy joint. But you're still delivering, man.
Limited articulation.
Definitely limited, yes. No movement in the back.
I'm basically a reaction figure right now.
Yeah, I have 5 points.
Yeah,
The figures get better, but the people don't. They break down.
No,
So
yeah.
you kind of live vicariously through your toys. Speaking of which, MOTU 200x,
Yeah, I did.
the thing's insane. You went through all the reveals on the panel. Talk a little bit just like how the process came about making these guys, and just like, do they blow your mind every time you see them? Just like, how were we able to actually make this come to life?
Yeah, I mean, we have been wanting to do 1/12 MOTU anything for the longest time, since we've started the 1/6 scale line, right? And getting a chance to revisit this amazing show, one of our favorite shows, one of my favorite
The best.
MOTUs.
I'm going to agree with you. It is the best
It's the best one.
Mondoverse.
It is. There's nothing. I mean, I liked Revelations and Revolution.
Yeah.
Those are good, but this was like, this set the tone for like the seriousness of what it could be.
Right.
So, you know, we wanted to treat this no differently than how we treat our 1/6. So when like our great sculptors like May Tamtarana or Tommy Hodges are working on these, they're sculpting them as if they would be in 1/6. No detail is like missed. We're like, and you can really see, like, you can see it's basically our 1/6 is just like shrunken down in terms of detail.
Insane.
And in terms of paint application, we want to try to get it as close to our 1/6 as possible, right? So that's what this line's about. It's about a celebration. It's about us doing our thing as well. We've done a little bit of our Mondo, redesign uptakes, like kind of like what we do in 1/6, just to give it a little bit of its own identity. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so we're so stoked. I mean, the wave 1 is He-Man and Clawful.
This thing is massive.
Yeah,
Dude.
and this is the other cool part about this line is that we can play with the scale. The characters are not all going to be the same height.
Right.
Right, like He-Man is actually one of the taller characters in the show, human look guy, characters. He's 7.25 inches tall. Man-at-Arms is 6.75.
So you're playing with the scale.
We're playing with the actual scale from the show. And Clawful's 8 inches, 8.25. He's an inch taller.
What's it take for the engineering on something like Clawful when it comes to articulation, putting it all together? How do you make it all work?
So
playing that massive.
There's never the only other Clawful from the show was just revealed.
Action.
Yeah. And it was
Give me that for a second. Sign this box from Murray on the back. I signed it. So yeah, Clawful is one of my favorite characters from MOTU all time. I used to collect the original Four Horsemen line.
Yes.
And when they didn't get to Clawful, it kind of just capped. NECA released the Staction.
The Staction. That's exactly what it kind of gave me, that sort of vibe of like those Staction figures.
And that was an amazing design. I just wanted to be able to articulate it.
Yeah.
And so the fact that we got to kick off with Clawful feels kind of like poetic justice for the character.
It's full circle moment.
And like I'm sure Hector's been telling you, like, we're standing on the shoulders of giants. The Four Horsemen are the godfathers of the modern figure. And we're just happy to be able to build on top of that and carry the legacy forward.
Yeah, and something we really wanted to do with these was also bring a little bit of the environment from the show. Stuff that makes you, like, if you're a big fan, you're going to recognize some of these. Like, this specific thing with the base for Clawful is from a specific episode. Like, that's one of his henchmen that's in the water there, right? Like, it's a very specific scene where he's on, like, this coastal kind of, like, beach, like this kind of beach, and then those little critters are from that same episode where they're like crawling around the ground. And we want to pay homage to the show in the same way that we do with all our other figures.
Are you referencing the show? Are you going back and getting blueprints? Like, what's the kind of work that goes
Mainly
into
the show and a little bit of what the Horsemen did. Yeah. Right? Like, again, like Peter said, they're like they laid the groundwork. Right. And we're working with Emiliano Santa Lucia, which, basically they're all the designs back in the day. Yeah. He's doing the box art for these. It looks incredible. And he's like he's a historian in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
So he has all like the concept art, he has all like unused designs. So this is just this is all tip of the iceberg for us. This is like we're gonna try to get into like some unused designs, some unused characters that never came out, that were never that were planned for the show.
So you had deep plans for this.
Oh yeah, I mean, like at the panel we announced Merman.
Yes.
We're dropping in 2, so he comes with another character, and then we have like a bunch planned for next year, and we're just hopefully we can do this for a long time.
And you were saying that you feel like the stuff that you're including with these figures, that you're gonna be like almost trendsetters. That other people are gonna be like, yeah, they're doing cool stuff. We kind of want to follow that. You feel like you're getting to this place where Mondo's really establishing himself in like now a 112 world.
I don't know. I mean, I do know that what we always strive to do is do something new. Whether it's a known IP like Masters of the Universe or Ghostbusters or Turtles, we want to add our own design input and our own storytelling that makes it unique to us.
Yeah.
So whether or not, like, you know, that comes in a shit ton of accessories, you know, other people I've noticed have started adding more accessories to things, right? So. And that's kind of been something we've been doing for a long time. So, I think in 112, this was the beginning for us to kind of show this is what we can do with an animated property.
Yeah.
This is what we can do when we get to flex our muscles and like redesign the beloved cartoon and do it in our take and give you a highly detailed 112 scale figure.
No price point yet on these?
No, not yet, because we're still trying to figure it out. But those 2 will be coming out. Excuse me. They'll be coming out in the next. They'll be coming out in September. So we'll be announcing price really soon.
Great. And last question, and then we'll move on to the next. Are you thinking already Panther thing and things like that? Animals, scales, vehicles.
Look at how big this is. You don't think we're thinking of? We already did a 1/6 scale Battle Cat and Panther. At this point, you can expect that we're going to get deep.
All right.
I want to. I don't know if people are familiar with the show, but there's a scene where Merman's riding a giant fish that flies, but that thing was like be the size of this case. So we almost considering like that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So, you know, we can't wait. This is only the beginning, and hopefully the fans love it. It seems like people are really excited. So yeah.
That's exciting. Well, something you're already deep in, real Ghostbusters. Get the full team here. This is unbelievable.
So I think this is a great story. Last year, here at Comic-Con, we debuted Egon and Peter, Boogeyman, and Sam Hain for the first time. People saw them here in person, and people freaked out. We thought it'd be great to kind of do a full circle moment. We're a year later. We've just released Winston and Sandman, and now here's the final Buster, Ray, and then Mr. Gash, which is a crazy villain from the show. And we felt like we needed to show them all together to really just show, like, this is what we've accomplished. This is what we've put out over the last year. This is what your collection's going to look like.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is literally a toy line that exists because one crazy fan, Alex Brewer, insisted, and you guys, the crazy fans who are supporting it. And the fact that you guys have come out in such a huge way for this line has opened the doors for things that we didn't think we could do in the past that you're going to see next year. And if it's the line you've been waiting for 40 years, you're going to get everything.
What's the reception been like when they first came out? Yeah,
insane. I mean, at the beginning, it was like people couldn't believe it. People were like, I can't believe we're finally getting this. Some people had sticker shock for sure, but it hasn't seemed to slow down any of the pre-orders. Yeah.
Do you feel like, they gotta bring him in?
Yeah.
The man of the hour. Alex, talking about your great,
all right.
great creation.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
All right.
How the mind works, how you develop, just the idea of being like, I think we can make this happen. If I can kind of build it, it will come.
Exactly. If you build it, it will come. Like, put it out into the world. Like, I wanted to see this toy line. It was like a dream, and yes, I just wanted to see what the reaction would be, and it was something I was doing for myself. Practicing my craft, and I shared it on Halloween, and the response was huge. I knew it was something that people have been asking for, and it was something I certainly wanted, and so
Were you targeting like Mondo would be the perfect company to do these kind of figures?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I'm working at Mondo.
But you designed something not unsure because you guys had never done 112. So then it's like
right. But I knew that our approach to 1/6 scale at 112 would be the way to go with these, to do these on the level that they deserve to be done. After all the years of us Ghostbusters fans waiting for them, yeah, it's the absolute perfect home for
Were you
them.
ever considering 1/6 before, or then it was always 1/12?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we all scales are great to us. So
Yeah, and we're going to be supporting Ghostbusters for years to come.
Oh,
so
great.
this is just the beginning.
This is the
you know,
beginning.
And there could be a lot of different surprises down the road for sure.
Well, obviously scale is not an issue, and if you thought about bigger scale things to go with the figures,
You'll have to wait and see.
we'll have to wait and see
Yeah.
for those. Awesome.
What do they try to extract from you? What information?
Some bigger things that may be
Bigger
coming
things
down the
coming,
road.
Yeah.
I'm
You'll
trying
have
to
wait and
manipulate
see.
the questions to try to make you slip, but
you gotta
it
ask
never
him at
happens.
the end of the convention when he's tired or 2 drinks in. Then you
Perfect,
might get
yeah.
an answer.
Find me
Yeah.
at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to have like a little recorder
Yeah,
underneath,
exactly,
It's like,
yeah,
tell me what's going on,
Yeah,
guys. Show me
yeah.
the blueprint. Show me the work.
This.
Yeah, this
But
and
again,
that.
like I said before, people showing up and supporting the line opens the doors to do just about anything with the line.
Are you getting that support? Is
Yeah,
it-
dude,
yeah?
it's insane. It's insane. So it's like anything. Vote with your dollar.
Right.
You want to see more of this? Pick up more of this, and then we can go. Hell yeah, we can do more of this.
Amazing, man. I want to go to Mondoverse Ninja Turtles, which
All right.
super. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. So this is all you guys. This
I
is like
mean-
your idea. Like, what would be our perfect turtles?
Yeah, so Mondoverse is something that we've been doing with different IP in the past. So our Masters of the Universe, it's Mondo's interpretation of the characters. Our Thundercats line, it's Mondo's interpretation of the characters, right? Turtles is going to also be Mondo's interpretation. And what that means is the in-house artists, right? Hector, myself, the Cherrick brothers, Brandon Gash, we're all working to do our view of what this could be. And lucky for fans, I think, we're also fans. So we're not, our vision is not so wild.
Right.
It's what we would want to see as fans.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, because you guys aren't testing these ideas. You're like, what do we think?
Yeah,
Internally,
yeah.
what
There's
people
no
love.
testing.
Yeah.
There is just us and hoping. But the idea is that what have we always talked about as fans? Like, man, I wish the tone of those early movies came back.
Yeah.
That they're family friendly for sure, but they're also gritty and the world feels very lived in.
Right.
It doesn't feel shiny and polished, right?
Right.
So the idea was to imbue these characters with that feeling, but also open the door to all the wild stuff that you associate with the cartoons and the comics, and be able to interpret them through the lens of that film tone.
Yeah.
So with this series, Hector and I are literally writing essays to give to our concept artists. Hey, this is our view of the world. This takes place in the 90s in our heads, right? This is the Turtles reacting to Shredder, who's coming back with Krang's technology, with Krang's assistance. How does that change Shredder? How does that change the Turtles? What should they be coming with as figures? It tells you a little bit about that story. And so right here with Donnie, you see he's sitting here with 2 original designs. These are Mondoverse original Mouser droids.
Mouse Bros.
Yeah, we're calling them
Mouse
Mouser
Bros.
And so,
Gnarly.
the idea is that he's just faced off against the new foot for the first time with the Turtles. And so they took a couple of Mousers, they whacked around, and he refigured one to be his little lab assistant. So with those arms,
good.
he can grab tools and hand them stuff. I literally picture him on the design bench.
Yeah.
So Donnie's doing stuff, and he's giving him stuff.
Right.
And he's got the lights to shine because the sewer's dark.
So
and
good.
then this one is like a recon drone.
Yeah, it's a repurposed RC toy from the 90s that they found in the sewer. Basically, everything here that we're trying to establish with this is this world where they're living in the 90s. It's the stuff that they find, it's all acquired.
Yeah.
It's nothing all of a sudden they have all this great technology. No,
Right.
it's Donnie's the reason they have any tech
Right.
to begin with. But
Yeah.
so that's kind of the design aesthetic here. Is a lot of it's this is a knee pad that they found, in the sewers, right? This is an elbow pad. Oh, this is a gaming controller that someone threw away their.
Yeah, it's like a power glove.
Yeah. It's control
Inspired.
glove.
Yeah.
In our head, that's how he controls
Glove of
the
power.
recon drone, right?
Yeah, right.
Pilot.
Yeah, or this guy.
Yeah, and then the idea is the recon drone has got a full camcorder.
Yeah, like a 90s style
That's what
camcorder.
would have been available.
But who would have given
Right,
that?
right. It's in tone with what's actually of the time.
April O'Neil would have given them that
Yeah,
camera,
yeah.
right?
That means April O'Neil's around. That means, when you see an accessory like the metalhead head that's being constructed, that means that in this
Metalhead might be around.
He's starting to build that.
Yeah.
So it's possible in the story, you would assume that's coming soon.
Right.
And with our figure line, you can assume that that's a plan in the future because we're seeding it now.
So you've built a whole mythos, a whole.
We're building it as we go. We have a core idea, and we've created rules and parameters for ourselves, and each figure should kind of unveil and unfurl a little bit more of that world.
Right.
So if you went to the panel, you saw the Leonardo reveal.
Right.
Leonardo is like, we envision him as someone who's going to go out and do stealth ninja, activity, right? So he has a straightforward look, but you can also add all those accessories that make him look like that stealth Leo ninja. And he's also going to come with a piece of tech that Donnie designs, because Donnie would obviously design the tech for his brothers.
Right.
It would just have to be tech that makes sense for what they're doing.
Right.
Right? You don't just give them random stuff. So you're going to see that story evolve over the wave of the figures. And I don't think I've ever seen something like that. They might be, where a figure release turns the page. Right. So I'm excited about that.
I mean, obviously you probably that's Kevin Eastman, like his ideas or what he might think of it. What would you want him to give you in terms of like idea or advice? Or are you like, no, let us take over, let's do our thing?
I would love him to say, hey, this is so cool, can I play too? And we're like, yeah, come hang out with us. Yeah. So if Kevin Eastman sees this, you're welcome to come hang in our brainstorm sessions and absolutely bounce things off.
We're lucky enough to the folks over at Paramount to say yes to this.
Yeah.
Right. So we're just excited to be able to play in this sandbox, add something new, add something that we've kind of always wanted to see, but it just never happened. So it's like, this is a great way. And again, at the end of the day, the whole turtle design is inspired by that 90s look. Right. It's a look we grew up with.
Right.
And yeah, so we're super excited. This is like one of my favorite things we're doing, and it's going to be awesome for like a good amount of time.
And this is going to come out this year, Donatello.
Donnie will be available this year.
Later in the fall.
Later in the fall. And then Shredder, any release dates for those?
Yeah, Leo and Shredder will be next year.
Next year.
Yeah,
cool.
Leo would be first, Shredder later in the year.
Are you like expanding, like what else could we do with Turtle? Like if we dedicate this much to toy, can we do posters? Can we do...
Oh yeah, I mean
we got
those posters there.
We're huge Turtles fans. Like anytime we get to work on it, in fact, let's go look at this real quick, 'cause I want to show it to you.
Yeah.
This is 2 original illustrations by Aaron Conley, and they are the Villain Party and the Pizza Party. Basically, this is the artwork that he created for the packaging of our vinyl figures on the back of the blister card, and we just love the work so much. They were like, can we put this out as a poster set? This is, as a kid, I would have gone crazy for a poster like this.
I wanted like a bed sheet, like a whole.
That's what it reminds me of.
The pillowcases, everything. Yeah.
Aaron absolutely killed it. He's a classic comic artist. He's got a love for these characters, and you can see it in the art. So yeah, anytime we can do anything with Turtles, we're gonna go all out.
It's fantastic. I'm so excited for that one. I think a lot of people were, I think maybe sort of silently hoping for a redo on the Mirage stuff.
Yeah.
Like you were like, let's just go somewhere else.
We've just changed so much of the company since then, and
well, it's not only that too, but it's like since we released those Mirage Turtles, what was it, like almost a decade ago?
Yeah.
Right? Like Turtles have blown up.
Yes.
Right.
Those Mirage Turtles have been released in 20 different ways.
Yeah. You can get.
And so
Mirage
for
Turtles.
us, it's like, could we go back and continue that? Sure, but everyone else has already expanded.
It's not as interesting to
Yeah,
kind of do
no,
that.
it's not that it's not interesting. It's just for us. It's like, well, what can we add to this?
Yeah, look,
right?
at the end of the day, NECA has made the greatest turtle figures of all time.
For sure.
I think that's without question. If you want an amazing turtle figure based on the cartoon, the film, the comics, I mean anything, you can get them.
Don't say the turtle name in vain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can get them. You can get those figures from NECA. They're perfect. If you're going to come into the turtle figure space, I think you have to contribute something different out of respect, for what they've done, and out of respect for the fans who have had access to everything.
Yeah.
So it kind of just works out perfectly because we prefer to do this.
Right.
And the fans can have their choice and get whatever they like.
Yeah, that's great. Last thing, I want to check over here, and then we can spin a little hectic over here. Two-Face looks incredible. Going all in, obviously, with Batman the Animated Series. Any plans to possibly re-release Mr. Freeze? Because people love to build the Rogue Gallery.
Right.
They want to be like, oh, I can actually fill it out. And
that's one of the biggest questions that we get. And I think it's definitely a possibility. We try not to go back and when something's a limited edition or something, we really try to honor that. Not only for like the collector who who was like there and got it when it was, first came out or whatever.
Right.
But just for that sake of not breaking that, but Mr. Freeze is one of those characters, and that we've been building this line so much over the last, again, almost a decade since Mr. Freeze came out, like 8 years ago. And it's grown so much that, I think it's possible that we can re-release of Mr. Freeze, maybe different accessories or some new accessories, new sculpt.
Right. And not just a release, but like a new
but just add it back into the Rogues Gallery. There's one I definitely want to do, and I'll tell you, here it is. I'll tell you the one I 100% want to redo, because I wasn't too happy with how the original one came out, Catwoman. We're going to redo Catwoman at some point. I don't know when, but we're going to do it.
You heard it here, all right?
Yeah, we're going to redo Catwoman. I want to redo Catwoman.
Superman is just like ripped from the cartoon.
Yes, again, Alex Brewer, man, like he's a genius in terms of reinterpreting animated, like cell shaded and cells, like animated cells into 3D. Like he just captures it so perfectly. And
I feel like it's such a difficult thing to do, because you only get the 2-dimension. How do you kind of translate it to the 3D
and you see it, like a lot of people have attempted it. A lot of toy companies have attempted to do this, and not to toot our own horn here, but I think that we've been one of the companies that have been able to really capture it as close as possible.
Right.
So.
Right. I'm gonna get around, look at it all.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Thundercats still going strong. X-Men still going strong as ever. Chitara over here. What can you tell us about Chitara and this whole awesome design you got going on?
Yeah, so Chitara is the next figure in this awesome Thundercats wave line, and with this, we wanted to really hone in on her design as a runner, and like she's the fast one of the group. So we kind of reinterpreted her suit a little bit to have more of like an athletic look, even though, the original was basically like a leotard, right, and tights. So we wanted to keep the spirit of the original Chitara, of course, but then just kind of slightly update her costume and give her some armor, just to kind of like give her a little bit of that, like the face. And I always thought of her as like a glam rock, kind of like
Gem. The 80s vibe.
Yeah, like Gem and the hologram.
Exactly.
That very thing. So like,
it'd be another cool thing to do, Jim.
Yes. So we were like, what can we do here to just kind of give her that asymmetry? And so that piece of armor, which is removable, like you don't have to showcase it that way, but but we added it in there just as like a fun little like, oh, this is like what we're adding to her, giving her a little bit, making her feel a little updated like the other characters are. And yeah, she's going to come with Robert, a ton of heads. A flight stand, so you can put her in running poses and stuff like that.
Amazing. And last one, because this sings to my childhood heart. Rocko's Modern Life. Sometimes I see stuff and I hear the theme music, I hear the voices. This thing is absolutely so cool. How did this come about, Rocko's?
So we've been, last year we introduced Mondo squads, which we did with Daria, Aria Monsters. We released Adventure Time earlier this year, all of which like have done really well. And this is kind of a dream of ours where it's like, let's give people these cartoon shows that we grew up with, and let's make them as faithful as we can possibly make them, but still have it be playable. So like, they come, this is a whole set that comes with Rocko, but each of them have 3 swappable heads. Like there's one with Rocko's brain coming out of his head. There's like one of Hector like eating chips and stuff, so like we're fans of all this stuff, right? I love Rock. This was my favorite, one of my favorite shows.
That's my absolute favorite one.
Right.
I've been calling my sister Filbert for the last 20 years.
There you go.
She gets nauseous all the time.
Yeah.
So this is like an exact.
So you're gonna get this in one go.
That's fantastic.
And it's like pretty reasonably priced, and they're we like to say like they're kind of like maquettes.
Yeah.
Right. Like they're like almost like a study on the character, but you can still pose them. You can still get them in cool poses. You can customize them. You can display whatever heads you want, whatever. So, and the cool thing about squads is that not one squad's going to look the same.
Right.
Like this is going to feel like it came out of Rocko's Modern Life.
Right.
Beavis and Butthead over here have a totally different style.
Right.
Like the paint's different. The paint's a little grittier. The sculpt's a little grittier. The sculpt's it's different.
Yeah.
And so, and this is another cartoon we grew up with, but with squads, we don't want to just limit it only to nostalgia.
Right.
We want it a little bit contemporary. You know, there's a big fan base for Harley and Ivy show.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this one is more like, okay, how do we treat this to look like that animation?
Right.
So, and then up here with Over the Garden Wall,
Yeah.
this is a new show. I'm not new, but it's been around for like, you know, a decade or so.
Right.
And that show's like so well known for its muted colors. It's kind of like really like, you know, desaturated look, and that's what we wanted to capture.
Amazing, amazing. Hector, man, thanks so much. I
Thank
really
you, guys.
appreciate it. I do have one suggestion.
Yeah.
You guys do animation, you know, bringing the animation to life with these figures. You remember like the MTV blocks, like Aeon Flux,
Oh yeah.
the Max?
Yeah.
Would you ever consider maybe doing a Max?
Oh, dude, we talked about it for
You
sure.
talked about the Max?
The Max, Eon Flux, all that stuff. The whole MTV animation we've talked about.
Yeah.
Squads is going to be that place for that kind of cool stuff.
Okay.
For sure. We have, like we announced at the panel, Rugrats.
Right.
You know, we're doing Rugrats, we're doing Ren and Stimpy, a sequel to Over the Garden Wall Squad.
Tight.
So it's, you know, we're going to be doing a lot of squads. So just stay tuned.
Awesome. Hector, thanks so much. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.